No means no, that's another one. No means no. It's like, no, it doesn't. All right? Look, no means no. No, that means no, all right? But no, stop it. What are you doing? Oh my God. You're being so bad. Stop it. No. Yeah, that's not a fucking no.
He's got a valid point, though. That kind of no basically means fuck yes.
Stop it.
Yes, don't do that.
That means I want to do it, but I'm afraid you're going to judge me, so I'm just going to make it look like it was your idea so you don't figure out that I've already performed this act with 40 other fucking people. Right?
He's exposing the truth.
Then you go to court and you get a bad read and there's some guy reading it. Your Honor, she said no. Stop it. What are you doing? You're being so bad. Yeah, and you're just sitting there like, she didn't fucking say it like that. She didn't say it like that.
It's such a good point. It just makes you think, like, it's so easy to take things out of context. It's very important how things are said rather than what is said as well. Because, like, you know, certain things could be read and made sound so serious, and
it depends on the situation as well. Like, if it's a serious situation, stop it, then, you know.
Yeah, obviously, but I'm saying, like, if the court's reading it and, you know, it's said in a jokey way, but they're reading it word for word in a straight face, it's not going to bring the humour behind it.
I said no.
It's not going to bring the humour behind it, do you know what I mean, or whatever.
So, I'm sick of Obama's wife.
What? Very random.
This isn't some Republican rant either. It's just kind of first ladies in general. You know, I don't know what it is. All throughout my life, with each presidency, like these first ladies, they've just gotten more and more like chatty. You know? More and more chiming in, like leaning into the frame, spitting out their ideas. It's just like, well, why are you talking? Right? You weren't elected. Shut up. Your husband's not running a lemonade stand here. He's running the country. You don't just chime in.
Obviously, I'm all for a female president, but he's got kind of a point. It's if, like, for example, the wife is who got, let's say Hillary got elected, her husband shouldn't be, like, swaying in his ideas and shit. It's Hillary who's been elected. Do you know what I mean? Like, for Trump, I get, obviously he's got a wife and stuff. I'm not saying she shouldn't have a voice, but I feel like in front of cameras and stuff, if they're asking her, like, questions that the president should be answering, it should be the president, in my opinion, because she might say the wrong thing.
Are these questions asked to the wife
they'll be
directly?
They'll be asked directly
to the president?
They'll be asked directly to the wife, but they're doing it in a way to kind of see her character, and because they'll find anything to put bad press on someone. They've done the same with Trump, and then, you know, they questioned his wife and, like, asked her certain questions about, you know, law enforcement and stuff, and I guess she said what she said, but people presented it in the wrong way and made her look bad, and it makes Trump look bad. I feel like if the president is the president, leave them to do the answers, because at the end of the day, they're the ones that were elected, and like you said, it's not a lemonade stand, it's a fucking country. And I'd say the same if Hillary's elected. Her man shouldn't have a voice to try and be so political if Hillary's the president, like, in my opinion, compared to Hillary
but
herself.
As a married couple, would you not have the same point of view in terms of how your country should be run?
You would think that.
I'm sure Michelle and
Obama.
You know,
Obama.
Barack.
Yeah, Barack Obama.
Yeah, that's his first name.
Yeah, Obama, Michelle Obama. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure Michelle and, you know, her husband had the same idea of how their country should be run.
I would like to think so, and I'd like to hope so.
Yeah.
We just don't know what's happening behind closed doors.
Is this guy married?
No idea. You guys answer below.
Wow.
Let me guess, is this considered sexist? It is? Why? Well, okay, you just nodded there, lady. Let me ask you this, all right? Let's say you had a leak in your house, okay? You call a plumber up. He shows up, and he goes, yeah, I think the leak's coming from the upstairs bathroom. We need to shut it up, blah, blah. Then all of a sudden his wife walks in, who isn't a plumber. And then goes, hey, you know, I'm actually thinking it's kind of pretty attack. You should be like, with all due respect, shut the up. I need a plumber in this moment.
You can't. Hey, he said it straight. He's got a good point. He's got a good
You could
point.
tell who's finding this amusing and who isn't.
I'm finding this hilarious. This is good. This is comedy gold right now. This is good comedy.
I'll extend an olive branch here. All right, at some point, there's going to be the first female president, right?
Yep.
Exactly. Which means at that moment, you're going to have the first male first lady, right? And when that happens, that dude needs to shut his trap. I don't want to hear a word out of him. I want to hear from the president. You, sir, go do some first lady stuff, all right? Go get yourself some gloves that
Go do the dishes.
up to your elbows. Smile and nod during speeches. Go put your own flair redecorating the White House, right? Which leads you to Michelle Obama, right? Now she's sitting there holding up those hashtags. Remember that hashtag, bring back our girls? Remember that? It's like, that blew my mind. It's like, why are you showing me that? I'm a stand-up comedian. Like, what am I going to do to get those girls back? Why don't you look across the dinner table? It's like, you see that guy?
Her husband.
That is the leader of the free world. Tell him to pick up a phone, call some Navy SEALs and solve it. What am I going to do? Show up with a sharpened mic stand? Hey, Michelle said to bring him back. So let's talk white women here, shall we?
Uh-oh. This is gonna be bad. I can already tell.
Mm-hmm.
White women, amazing your accomplishments over the last few years. I got to tell you, the way white women somehow hijacked the woke movement, generals around the world should be analyzing this. Just to refresh your memory, the woke movement was supposed to be about people of color not getting opportunities, the at-bats that they deserved, finally making that happen. And it was about that for about 8 seconds. And then somehow, white women swung their Gucci-booted feet over the fence of oppression. And
At least we know he's not racist.
At least we know that. Yes.
He's definitely not racist.
Yeah.
He's going
he
for
hates women.
He's
clearly.
going for all kinds. He might be a bit sexist, but he's definitely not
Yeah,
racist.
he's definitely sexist.
stuck themselves at the front of the line. I don't know how they did it. I've never heard so much complaining in my life from white women. My leg is so hard with my SUV and my heated seats. You have no idea what it's like to be me.
All these bloody Karens.
Trashing white guys. The nerve. Where's the camera? The nerve of you white women. Listen, I don't want to speak ill of my bitches here, okay?
That's good.
I know, but let's go back in history here, okay? You guys stood by us toxic white males through centuries of our crimes against humanity. You rolled around in the blood money, and occasionally when you wanted to sneak off and hook up with a black dude, if you got caught, you said it wasn't consensual.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
that's
bad.
what you did. That's what you did. So why don't you shut up, sit down next to me, and take your talking to? Thank you.
He doesn't hold back.
He don't hold back, and he is funny.
He's talking facts as well, though. I'm not gonna lie.
There we go.
He's talking facts.
I will get married, you know. I was making that. I'll definitely get married someday, you know.
Oh, so he's not
I love
married.
women and
Not
everything. I'm just finding
over
I'm
here.
not
Looks old though, so
Yeah.
I don't know. He might be married now. We don't know.
like compatible with them. You know what I mean? You ever just feel that? Like women have like too much energy for me. You know what I mean? Like you can't have a day off when you have a girlfriend. You ever notice that? It's almost like they see that open day. They're
Why
like,
are you
oh my
looking
God,
at me?
let's go fill it up with shit. No, then they just come at you with one horrible idea after another. Horrible ideas. Like, you want to make some sandwiches and go to the park?
You wanna
You
paint
want
the
to go to the
house?
container?
Do you wanna watch a movie with me?
Your store, get some containers for your t-shirts. This is the worst one. You ever get this one? You want to go to brunch? You want to go to brunch on Sunday? And inside you're like, fucking no! But you can't say that, right? You gotta keep them happy. So what do? You agree. Like, yeah, let's go to brunch. What a great idea. Why would you want to sleep in on a Sunday when you can go pay $18 for eggs? Nah, you're thinking. Nah, you're thinking.
But it's fun.
It is fun. I'll say to Fats, I forgot she wanted to buy something recently. I forgot what it was. I was like, how does Fats decide to burn more money today? So I'm Fats right now. How do
It
I...
was a plant for the house.
As
That's
a
what it
plant.
was.
How do I spend more money and just burn money on things we don't need?
My justification was, how do I invest money to make this house look more pretty for us?
How do I burn more cash?
How do I
More
invest
hard-earned
our
cash. Different mindsets, isn't it? It's mad.
Then we can sit around and listen to your friends have moronic conversations about the eggs, like, is that pesto? Is that pesto in your omelet? Oh, it's asparagus. It's asparagus. I thought it was pesto. Oh, you just want to flip the whole fucking table over? It's horrendous. I'm trying to learn to pick my battles when I date girls. I usually argue with women all the time, man. I'm stupid like that.
Clearly.
You know? Like I dated this girl one time. She was like really into like women's issues. So we used to always have these dumbass arguments. Like one time she came up to me, she goes, okay, explain this to me, Bill. Why does a guy make more an hour to do the exact same job, huh? I go, I'll tell you why. Because in the unlikely event that we're both on a Titanic and it starts to sink, for some fucked up reason, you get to leave with the kids and I have to stay.
It's true. That bit is
That's
true.
why I get the $1 more an hour.
Save the women and children.
And the men could drown in ice cold waters.
No. Spartans!
This is Sparta!
No, think about it. If there's a house fire, it's always women and children first. I got to stand there with like the back of my shirt on fire going, let's go, people, let's go, let's go. So that's how I look at it. No, it's $1 an hour surcharge. That if something fucked up happens, either I can't leave or I gotta like get in the way of it to give you a head start, like rabid dog, run honey, 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. You hear a bump in the night, I gotta go check it out, like, yes, he does have a knife. Anytime there's a hostage situation, who do they negotiate for first? Well, at least let the women and children go. Well, what about me? Bullets hurt me too. Why the fuck do I gotta stay in the vault?
He's got a point. He's got a valid point.
No, that's my point, man. Where are all the feminists in those situations? You know what I mean? You can't
Right,
find
hey, honey pie.
there are no feminists in a house fire. That's a guarantee. You could take the most hardcore feminist, some chick right in your face, like, he's chauvinistic son of a bitch, little short, little haircut, the whole 9 yards, right? Second those flames break out, she's gonna twist those little hairs into pigtails. Oh, I'm just a girl. I wanna go play jump rope.
It's true though, a lot of feminists got that short haircut. Fuck knows why. Is it because they want to be more masculine? Is that a way to show they're more like a boy?
I'm not sure. I have long hair, honey.
You got long hair.
I have long hair.
Yeah, but a lot of like proper feminists, like feminists, like the ones that proper fight for the rights and stuff. A lot of them got little bob cuts and shit. It's very random.
Maybe it's their age. They want to maintain their hair. Don't know.
Maybe.
And leave you standing in a burning house like you're not flammable. You know, but I'm not a dick though. I'm not saying I think a woman should make $1 less an hour to do the same job. All I'm saying is if you're gonna make what I make when the boat sinks, you better be standing right there next to me, listening to that guy play the cello. Then you get the corner office.
While we both drown together. Let us drown in peace. Let the children survive.
Not just Leonardo drowning by himself.
Yeah, the woman needs to
And
be
you
there.
stand there and look pretty, crying for him.
You get all the benefits or whatever. I was going back and forth with somebody this morning, an East Coast friend of mine who I hadn't talked to in a while. How you enjoy being a dad and blah, 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 blah. And then she hits me up with the whole, hey, I'm turning 50 this year. I am not happy about it. I said, yeah, I turned 50 last year. She goes,
50.
how was turning 50 for you? You know, she goes, you're a guy. You probably don't care. It's much harder for a woman, especially with our careers. Oh, did I have fun with that?
Oh.
You know? I just
She set herself up ready for a bollocking.
Especially to a comedian.
Yeah.
back. Jesus fucking Christ.
You know what I mean? White women complaining is one of the funniest. It's like you got a fucking house and a beautiful family. What is the fucking... It's so much harder for me. You're going to outlive me by 6 to 8 years. So me turning 50 is like me turning like 56, 57, 58. You don't hear me complaining.
Do women outlive men?
Yeah, like in general, women's got slightly higher life expectancy.
Oh, shocking, because we tend to be more stressed out and more...
God knows how that...
Like, escalated without emotions.
I don't know.
Interesting.
But that's on average. It's not for every case, obviously.
You know, you never hear me complain on this podcast. This is nothing but positivity, rainbows, and fucking unicorns. Yeah, I love that shit. It's harder for women to go to the gym. It's harder for us to lose weight. Well, then fucking work harder. You know? Everybody's different. Oh, is that word?
Maybe he needs to be a personal trainer and like...
maybe.
Get your ass in the gym and work harder. It's not hard.
I can't lose weight. Bloody stop eating then.
Stop eating all that bullshit you're eating.
It's harder. You know what's harder for me? Trying to get some woman to pay the cover charge and buy me drinks. You know what's harder for me? Divorce court. Outliving you. I mean, it balances out, ladies. Getting child support. Yeah, that's harder for me because I'll be the one paying it. Then all of a sudden it costs $900,000 a month to raise a fucking 2-year-old, right?
That's valid. So I think it was Jamie Foxx. He's come out recently and he needs to pay child support. And they're trying to charge him like 20 grand a month.
Oh my God.
And he was like, when I was with his baby mum or whatever, we was paying no more than $1.5 grand a month. Why the fuck has it gone up to 20 grand a month?
20K?
And I don't know how it works in America. I don't understand it, but all these athletes and stuff, like it's literally a hustle for girls to get to that, you know, level where they can attract celebrity basketballers and celebrity footballers.
Breed their children.
Have the kid and then force a divorce. Like she doesn't know when I'm going to break up.
Get some
and then she'll get in like
pretty little child support.
20, 30K a month.
And she's living. That's disgusting.
That's what they do. It's a hustle.
Yeah,
and it's a big thing in America and it's nasty.
So
it's so sad, man. Like, if it's a genuine breakup and there's a genuine, obviously I'm not saying no to child support, you got to pay something, but 30K a month.
That's too much. 20K.
20, 30K a month. And there's ones that
that's
are
like minimum salary for some people.
For a year.
Yeah.
And there's some big like footballers, they pay like 100K a month and shit. And it's like,
what do you do with the rest of the money?
How does it even get to that? It's so bad.
I just don't understand the constant complaining by white women. Okay, you're white. You live in America. Shut up. Okay, wait till the other problems are solved, and then we'll get to you. You're at the meat counter. Your number isn't up yet. Wait your turn. All right? Wait your turn, Abigail.
Abigail.
Karen.
Do you know how much harder? It's so
Karen.
much easier for you to go to... It's not easier. Men's lives are harder because we have to live with you guys.
That was good. That was solid.
Oh man, I want to become friends with a lesbian couple, and I want to like be friends with like the chick in the relationship that's got to handle more of the dude shit. You know, because you know opposites attract.
More
you know,
masculine
even
one.
like in the lesbian community, there's going to be somebody, you know, who's out there swinging the axe, getting the fucking firewood, while the other one's in there making the muffins. That's the lesbian I want to talk to. Right into my podcast, please. You know, I want to know if those lesbians, on average, die sooner than the dainty lesbian.
Because of the many responsibilities.
Mm-hmm.
The lesbian who's got to go out on the fucking roof and adjust the fucking DirecTV satellite fucking thing in the middle of the fucking rain. That's who I want to hear from. That's the study I would be doing.